this is Scott Greenwald from JoomlaDirect.com. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up Incapsula for your Joomla site. So first, what is Incapsula? Incapsula is a service that does a few things. First, it will increase the speed of your site, and it does this by caching and then delivering it from its globally distributed servers. And second is that it will help keep your site secure. It will protect your site from content spammers, fake registrations, hackers, site scrapers, and all sorts of other threats. After you've signed up for an account with Incapsula, just go ahead and log in. And the first thing we'll do is add our site. And so it's going to scan the records of your site and make sure that it can be used with Incapsula. All right, everything looks good. Go ahead and hit continue. And you'll get to the screen that has instructions on what you need to do. Basically, we're just changing some of our DNS records on our domain names so that the traffic will first go through Incapsula's servers before it hits the end user. And it should have also sent you an email with the same instructions. So the next step is to log into the control panel for your domain. So this site, JoomlaAddict.com, is hosted on SiteGround, and that's where we're going to change the DNS settings. We'll head on over to our SiteGround cPanel and find the Advanced DNS Zone Editor button. Now, if you're using a different web host, the Advanced DNS Zone Editor may be somewhere else on the page. Just go ahead and find it and click on it. And here are our current DNS zone settings. So following the instructions, the first one is to update the A record for JoomlaAddict.com, pointing it to this IP address. So copy that. And the first one is JoomlaAddict.com. That's an A record. Go ahead and hit edit and paste that in. Okay. Next, add another A record for JoomlaAddict.com, pointing it to this domain. So the name, JoomlaAddict.com. TTL, don't worry about this. Just go ahead and follow the format of whatever your other ones are set to. In this case, it's 14400, A record. And there it is, our IP. Okay. And the next step is to update the Cname record so that it points to this address. And we're updating for this one, www.joomlaaddict.com. And it's this one right here, Cname. All right, now we're almost done. The last step is to update the mail and FTP records. Now, I'm not sure why it's not shown here, but in the email that it sent you, you'll see on the bottom there's one more step: point mail and FTP records directly to this IP address. So we'll find our mail record. And so basically what that's saying is that currently it's pointing to JoomlaAddict.com, which is our domain name, but since we're no longer using this domain name in the record, we need to change this to point to the IP of our site instead, because Incapsula doesn't handle mail or FTP. Okay, and our FTP. All right, and that's about all there is to it for the setup. Now you should get an email from Incapsula saying that the DNS changes were performed successfully. And so the next step is that you'll have to just wait a few hours for the changes to actually reflect across the internet. And so while we're waiting for that, we can go ahead and install the Joomla extension. Just head over to the Joomla extensions directory and search for Incapsula and download that. And we are using Joomla 2.5 for this demo. And here's our site, joomlaaddict.com. So we'll go to the back end and install the extension. All right, that installed successfully. Now under components, you'll see the Incapsula component. And since we already have an account, we'll just log in here. All right, since we just set up the site, you're going to see this temporary page. It's going to take a few hours. It says here up to 24 hours for the DNS changes to reflect. So just hang tight, and I'm going to pause the video, and we will come back once the DNS changes have been made. I forgot one thing. We should enable our Incapsula plugin as well. So we installed the component, which is this. It's just a section to monitor your site. And go ahead to the plugin manager and search for Incapsula, and go ahead and just enable the system plugin. All right, we'll be back soon. All right, we're back. It's a few days later, and we can see that the DNS changes that we made to our domain have finally propagated throughout the internet. And now when we head on over to the Incapsula component on our Joomla site, we can see the control panel, and we can dig down and see a little bit of info on what Incapsula has done for us. You can see it's blocked some threads, some bots. It's increased the bandwidth of our site. All kinds of good stuff here. You can also head over to your Incapsula account, and you'll see some more stats. And this is basically just a little bit deeper level of stats than what we've just saw through our Joomla site. And we can already see that there have been a couple of security threats to the site that Incapsula actually helped to block. And I actually received an email that something fishy was going on the site. So check this out. So there was actually a threat report, and Incapsula detected that, and it sent me an email. Some attempt from South Africa. It was a bot, I guess. And so yeah, Incapsula is working, and there's proof right here by the email that it sends out. All right, that's it for this tutorial. If you've liked this video, go ahead and share it with your friends or leave a comment. And go ahead and visit joomladirect.com for more beginner tutorials. We'll see you next time.